Just kind of walk us through the emotions, what you going, what you see in this video. Kind of relive that moment. Call it like you see it.
Yeah, so we're leaving 12 here. Yeah, I did a really wide arc. I thought I had enough gap, and get here to 13 to 14 was really right on the edge of the left rear tire slipping. I covered into 15, and AJ just centered me up and sent me. I thought I was going out in the rocks, so was happy when I didn't. Alex gave me another bump here that not many people know about. That got me offline. AJ missed a shift or something. And once I got against him, I just fully committed to pushing him in the corner faster than I knew he wanted to. Did not account for the 48. Had no idea that would happen, and then had a big enough gap to ease it through 20. So the moment off at 20 was really cool. Crossing the line, man, a lot of people that were part of my path here crossed and flashed in front of my eyes. So I swear it was 1,000 people. It was wild. This was about the worst attempt at like a sliding burnout that I've ever done. I almost went in the rocks. I backed up, but I just wanted to do one in front of Brandon McReynolds. That's my main spotter up there.
How many times have you just relived this moment in your head?
Yeah, definitely right after the race. There was a lot of reflection on going through how we got there in the race and all the things that led up to that last lap. Since then, there hasn't been a lot. We've been joked around a lot that we have, but we really, it's pretty cool that other than the highlights of winning, we put COTA to bed, and now we brought it back up ahead of each road course race, and then now going into this year, going through the prep process. Really the same as we did last year, just trying to prepare the best we can.
Now I know it's one thing, one person you mentioned, you mentioned your spotter, but there's somebody else you picked up along the way. Who was that?
Yeah, so as soon as I got up to the top of turn 1, I thought of Brandon, and I knew it'd be a while before he could get to the infield to victory lane. And then I started going around the track, waving to fans, just celebrating inside the car, and I thought of my brother Chad. He was back in turn 9 and 10, and just wanted him to get in with me. I didn't know if he'd get in trouble. I wasn't really sure the rule, but I just asked him to come, climb the fence, somehow get on the track and ride to victory lane with me, because it's a long ways back there. He's at the very back end of the track.
Tell us about what this win meant for you, not only for you, but for the organization, Trackhouse Racing as well.
It meant the world. For me, it made it all worth it. The path to get here, the sacrifice of moving away from home at 18 years old and setting off on this journey. And yeah, I was told no a lot. I was told to go back to the farm. Everything pointed to stopping, but we just didn't stop. There was times where I took a week or two and was like, I don't need to be doing this anymore, but eventually I'd get back in race mode. So crossing the line, I knew right then that we won. I knew there was nothing that was going to change that. It was honestly a few days later I got into this feeling that, is this real? It was actually days later. It was here at the celebrating at the shop. I was actually I asked Justin, why does this feel a little strange? Is this real? And he had some good insight as to probably why my mind was doing that and stuff. And I just didn't feel like it was something felt different than I thought it would a few days later. But in the moment, man, no. And then it cycled back around, and we've been able to enjoy looking at this trophy ever since. I feel more pressure this year internally, and especially for places like COTA and the places that we ran good, Phoenix, Vegas, where we ran good, to run good again is really the hardest part for what we're up against. I think for Trackhouse is staying and sustaining this level of competition where we arrived at last year. So yeah, I've went into all my preparation for COTA with a totally open mindset and just exploring what's possible. I don't let last year's success cloud my vision for what's coming up